Testing, testing, Barcelo size. Welcome to the first tutorial I've ever made. Serum tutorial on how to make a nice pluck. We're going to get started right away. So, the sound I made, it's right there. I've done it like 100 times now, just in the last hour. So first we're going to start by initializing the preset. You're going to want to make sure oscillator A and B are on. I'm going to turn this down so I don't destroy your ear holes with that lovely, lovely sound. It doubles in decibel when you double the waveform. So we're going to start, we already started. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the wavetable chooser, picker, finger, analog BD sign for both. I'm sure somebody's like, why don't you use the basic shape? It's because you notice this movement right here on this sine wave. Notice no movement because you're not using that sine wave after you press up on that wavetable. So we want that little extra shiba diba diba diba. Actually, we're going to voice it to 2 and drop that detune almost all the way. Just give it a little extra width. So let's see. So turn both volumes all the way up, and then go to envelope 2 down here at the bottom. Drop the sustain level right here that says 100%. Drop it down to 0%. Drop the decay next around to 600, and then this little Q knob you just click and drag. Drop it down. Still not going to hear anything. How crazy is that? Drop these levels back down to 0. Drag and drop this circle that says 1 now. Drag it onto level 1 and level 2 of both oscillator A and B. And you literally already have a pluck. Not a lot to it, but you know, you can do with it what you want. So for now, we're gonna we can turn on the filter, but first I'm going to show you what I do. I turn on either sync, no window, or half window. I like no window more. Turn it up to about 2, maybe 175, 195 right there. It's going to give a little more. So that's why I turn that down on that volume. I don't like having, I like the tonal resonance of this initial pluck sine to come out over that synchronized sine window. So next we're going to make sure we turn on, actually before we even turn on the filter, we're going to go down to LFO 1. We're going to drag and pull the top of that triangle over to the left all the way, so you have a little ramp. Drag it to the wavetable position. You see that bad boy move like that? Drag it to the wavetable position of oscillator A and B again. Make sure down here you're on envelope modes. You can drag it. You can pretty much choose however much movement you really want by changing this knob and then pulling the blue tab up and down. I like having almost full on this, but not right there. It's actually pretty much right where I want it. You can almost do whatever you want. It really comes down to choosing whatever you think sounds best to your ear. So follow with that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the filter, turn it on, make sure that both A and B are on to focus on oscillator A and B because we have them both running. You're going to notice a lot of it gets taken away. That's normal. Drag the cutoff down. Now this envelope 2. You can start a new envelope if you want to create a fatter pluck than with the levels of the actual volume of the wavetables. But I like just dragging it on. What you can do now is take the drive up. Sounds so dumb. So after that, all the beautiful movement, and we haven't even jumped into the effects tab yet. So we're going to do that right now. Effects. Hyper dimension. Sounds cool. Not right now. Turn the rate and the detune completely down. You can actually turn the unison down to 2 as well. Turn the mix down to less than 15%, but I'm going to set it right at 15%. And then if you have headphones on, you're going to be able to really hear the width on the dimension knob once you turn up that wet dry knob right here, to put it to about 20% on the size, and then about 20% on the wet knob. And you can really hear that, especially if you have headphones. Huge difference. Skip the next 3, distortion, flanger, and phaser, or flanger. What's up, you flanger? Sounds like an insult. Go to chorus next. This rate knob, for some reason, it's like a really good way to do it. Use the delay 1, move it to about the same rate. Keep the depth high, move the rate on the feed, drop the low pass filter to that rate, drop the mix. Just adds like this little subtle, these little extra harmonies, and it widens the sound just even that much more. So that's really fun to mess with. Delay, beautiful thing to mess with. But for this delay, we don't want it straightforward. Drag the left delay timer down by 1/4 note to drop it to 1/8. So just click, hold, drag your knob down, or your mouse down from 1/4 to 1/8. Move this to ping pong mode. It's gonna bounce. Dun, 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 dun. It's gonna bounce back and forth. Take this knob right here, move it left till you see about 250 to 300, and then drop it down until you see about 2. So that's right where we want it, essentially. Take the feedback down to under 30, and the mix down to under 30. This is where you're going to kind of want to choose whether you want it really in front of the mix or more following behind, because if you want it behind the mix, reverb is a great way to make it feel behind the rest of the tracks. Drop the size a little bit, drop the decay to around 3 seconds. Rise that low cut to about 30%. Keep the high cut at about 30. Drop the spin to about 10 to 15%. Spin depth right about 30. So this is where we're going to start messing with whether it's, like I said, in the front, a focus, or behind, kind of like a keep your mind interested in the song. That's the mix knob right here. No reverb, hella reverb. And you can actually turn the decay back up to about 4 seconds. I like that. It's nice and chill. It's a little back behind. Honestly, that sounds good to me. And from there, you guys can do, if you're following along or doing whatever you got to do, you can pretty much shape it from there if you like what you heard so far. Shape the reverb, shape the, draw it down a little bit, do whatever you need to do. So now I'm going to get into what everybody likes to do at the beginning of their videos, talking about, themselves and stuff. This is my first tutorial. I've never made other tutorials and stuff. I'm really trying to get into it. So, like I said, I'm leaving that like, comment, subscribe, merch, link in bio stuff until the very end, because I don't like skipping past that, so I'm not going to make anybody else skip past that. But if you've made it to the end of the video, I'm going to thank you every time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you followed along, show me any tricks that you came up with. If you saw me doing something stupid, be like, hey, idiot, what are you thinking? Tell me. I love to learn, even if I feel like an idiot while I'm doing it. It's fun. Learning's fun. So thanks for watching. It's cool. I'll be doing a lot more in the future. So miss me with that drama and be safe out there in the world. It's crazy. All right. Much love.